Hi, everybody. Welcome back to the 33rd, 32nd.
After 31 comes 32.
Oh, I didn't know if you were counting last week or not.
Yeah.
The 32nd week of 3 Good Minutes. I'm Jen. This is Ryan. You are back with us, our office created team at Newmark. And this week, we are going to talk about the data in LA and nationally, and does it really tell the story? There's obviously a lot of figures, a lot of facts. People are asking for rent numbers, what's happening in the market, how much have rents come down, and there is data around this, but it doesn't really tell the whole story.
Yeah, a lot of what we see today is tenants who are ready to come back and really excited about the second half of the year. And so what we've noticed in the first month of the year is that not everybody, a lot of people have asked us about rent coming down, free rent, termination rights, tenant improvement dollars, convertible, all that stuff. But what's interesting is that because there were so few deals done last year, we don't really have the data to show it yet. So what do you do in the absence of that data? And the answer is make it up. But no, seriously, the answer is you try to figure out what's going on in each of the cities based on what you're doing. And so a lot of data right now can either support or not support what your case is and what you actually want to do. If you look at the right comps, even if there's only a few, you'll see that it will support exactly what you want. In LA, for example, rents have only come down 7 or 8%. Not a lot based on some other, more tech or one industry, single focused cities around the country.
So here's an example, because I like the numbers side more than Ryan does.
Fact.
Sublease space in the greater LA area is at its highest point it's been since the pandemic, and it's up to and beyond 2008 levels. It's at about 8 million square feet, which is about 4% of the greater market. So to many of our clients, to them, that signals distress. All this sublease space, not a lot of absorption. We're at negative 1.4 million feet, negative net absorption. And so you look at that and you say, oh, the market must be doing badly. There must be really great deals out there. If we're going to lease space, we should be getting great deals. And to Ryan's point, rental rates haven't come down. Tenants are realizing savings by right-sizing their square footage. There was a comp at a pretty significant 1 million square foot project in West LA that was only a nickel off of pre-pandemic pricing. And so if you look at all this sublease data and all that's happening, it doesn't really tell the whole story. And oh, by the way, a lot of those tenants who put their space on the market for sublease are doing so because once everyone is back to work, they're going to go lease better space for them and drive that absorption number back up.
Yeah, there's two things going on here that we hear a lot from landlords these days. One is this is not a systemic issue. We do not have a 2008 housing crisis. We do not have a 1999-2000 dot-com crisis. We do have a work from home component, which will be part of your work life going forward, which is systemic of sorts, but it's not inherent within the economy of what's going on right now. There is an end to this. We read an article last week in Kiplinger that comes out weekly that actually stated they thought that the country would be in a herd immunity phase and or close enough to full vaccination by September that you would really see a boost in the fourth quarter of this year. Landlords are reading that same thing too and seeing that. The other thing they're seeing is tenants are putting their spaces on the market for sublease. They're being opportunistic. And in some instances, they're actually pulling them off the market for sublease because they're realizing that there are others, subtenants out there, also trying to be opportunistic. Landlords are seeing that as well and evaluating the market and how they make financial decisions based on these factors, not just the hard number data that Jen knows so much better than I do.
So to bring it full circle, when many people say, oh, data is a commodity now, it's so easily accessible, maybe I don't need a broker, I can just Google these stats, I can figure out the market, I'm fine on my own. I think one of the reasons that we share 3 to 6-ish minutes of our life with you every week is to tell the story, because there is a story to be told no matter kind of what the data is. And we believe that that is a huge value add that isn't really being, especially now, correctly reflected in those numbers. So yeah, could you figure out all the data and the rental rates on your own? Sure. Would they really be accurate? Would you be asking for the right things? Probably not.
Well done.
Thank you.
You always do data really, really well. I'm always really impressed because it's so boring. You really do it with a smile on your face.
Math is fun.
Shimmer in your eye. You didn't let me do one good thing this last week, but I'm going to let you do one good thing this week.
You did. Tom Brady.
The GOAT. Go for it.
We are out of the intense lockdown in LA. We have slowly opened up. Restaurants are open for outdoor dining. We can support local businesses again. We can see people. In our families outside of the house, not people as in a group setting, obviously. And I'm just really thankful for everyone's mental health, that they can get out, all of the small businesses that have been closed, to finally, hopefully, start to make some kind of final progress towards full reopening of everything. So
Couldn't agree with any of that more.
That is my one good thing.
Well said.
I'm Jen. This is Ryan. We'll see you next week.